The rent's low, but the rent's low because it's a state. So now you've got 28 days to complete. Talk to me about what happened. It was a mad story.
We're already into the notice period. We're going to lose loads.
Right now, I'm standing in Wolverhampton city centre, and we've just bought this big, massive 26-bedroomed HMO, which is the biggest HMO in the entire town. You're going to learn exactly how much it was purchased for, what the figures are, and how the value is going to be dramatically increased on a commercial basis. So this house is almost like two houses in one, 13 bedrooms each, 26 in total, right next to the hotel. Really good location. Let me introduce you to Kaylen Group. What is happening, guys? So you got a lot of work on your hands.
We have indeed.
Well, let's have a look round and you can tell us the story and we'll go through what happened. Now, the interesting thing about this is with it having empty rooms and being a little bit run down, the rent's quite cheap, isn't it? How much are the current tenants paying?
About 350, 375.
And once it's done up, how much do you think the tenants will probably be paying if it was in good condition?
An average of £600.
Are they all double?
Yeah.
How many en-suites?
All of them.
26 en-suites. You were on the training, weren't you? And even when you bidded for this, can you tell me the story of what happened?
That was the first day of the deal finding extravaganza training. So I was down there with you. Emma was at home bidding on this place.
It was really stressful.
Yeah, it is.
Quick pace.
So we worked out that if this was done up nice and if it was rented out for £600, it'd be worth north of £1 million on a commercial valuation. How much was the maximum you wanted to bid? And tell us what happened on that day.
What had actually happened before the auction, we thought that we'd get a bargain at 650, but on the actual day, on the morning, just as I'm heading down to the training, I had left Emma and said, stop at 600.
Yeah. And then what happened, Emma? Tell us what.
Carried on. We got to about 630,000.
You ended up winning it at £650, which, massive congrats. I think that is a bargain. How much are you going to have to spend on this refurb then? What are you thinking?
We had originally budgeted 150k. However, everything we're getting prices on, it's actually coming back under.
Oh, it's come back under?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. So you were quite conservative then with your costings?
Yeah. But because they had started a phase of refurb works before, there's actually quite a few things in here. Like we've got new boilers, a lot of the electrical, it's had a rewire. So a lot of that's actually already in place, which is going to save us money.
Well, let's have a look at the kitchen, shall we? So this is a bit grubby.
Unfortunately, the place has been neglected. However, which probably benefited us. You know, we wouldn't have got it for what we've got it for, and we definitely intend on improving it. Our vision is to enhance everything, the new laundry machines, new fridges. The floor needs finishing off, and in that process then, we're looking to raise the rents to where they should be within the area. Then we'll actually raise the whole value of the place.
Commercial valuations are based on rents. So you got this so cheap because the rent's low, but the rent's low because it's a state. Look at this. I guess it stinks, man. It is crazy, isn't it? How are you managing it? Because you had a whole change of heart, didn't you, the other week when we were training together? As
we were going through it, it was like 45k for the year.
You'd end up paying a manager?
It just makes sense to do it ourselves.
If you're getting £600 a month rent, that is 600 times 26, 15 grand a month per year, 187 grand a year. But if you're paying a management company, the average tenant stays for a year and then they move out. You have to pay £600 times 26, 15 grand on top of the 28. So you are going to be paying about 40 grand easily to a management company. So should we go to the other property? Because I know there's not many empty rooms in this one. But if we go through to the other property and then we can have a look around and then talk about the finance, how you financed it. That was a story and a half, but nice job. Now, what happened? Because you invested in training and as a result found this property, you bidded, but you didn't have the money. So now you've got 28 days to complete, but talk to me about what happened and I want to draw some lessons from that because it was a mad story.
What we basically did was believe that we'd get the money. Which is, yeah, crazy I know, but we did. We believed we'd get the money. We didn't have it at the time of the auction, so we knew who the previous management agents were. We rang them and we said, we've just bought this place, can we come and get in? And obviously I started the training that week, so we came early the week after and then came with a surveyor to get it valued. So we were already now a week into the 4-week window. The surveyor took 2 weeks to get his report done, so we've now got our last week left. But then we were bridging against some 2 unencumbered properties that we've got to get the deposit and the money for the work that we're doing. We had got to the point where we were a day before completion, met with you here just to show you around. And I remember this, and I don't think I'll ever forget it. We're outside about to leave. You've walked off and you've turned back and you've shouted back to us, let us know how you're getting on with the lender. Any problems, let me know, don't suffer on your own. We should have completed on the Thursday, we didn't. So we've then had notice served on us that we've got to get it complete within 10 days. And to be honest, the one thing that kept repeating in my head was, when you had walked off and turned back and said, don't suffer alone. So I sent you a message, been struggling, got these issues, everything's pretty much in place, but we're now days away before shutdown, and if the finance isn't there and we can't complete, we're already into the notice period, we're going to lose loads. 15 minutes later, I get a call from your financial director, and it was a case of, I've just spoken to Samuel, we know the lender, we're going to speak to them, but if they don't give you the money, we're going to give you the money. I was just lost for words, I didn't know what to say. Even now, Samuel, I can't thank you enough, bro. All right.
Love, bro. Are you going to stage the refurb, or are you just going to do it kind of all in one go? How are you going to manage it around the tenants?
Initially, the key is to get the communal parts right. Doesn't matter how nice the room looks. If the communal parts ain't nice, then new tenants aren't going to want to, like the empty rooms like this. Get things like the internet enhanced.
Yes, so important. These little things will make people not only want to pay more rent and make it more desirable, but also make people stay. You can rent a room out for 600 quid, but if the Wi-Fi is slow, the tenants will be moving out at their first opportunity. So you bought it for 650, you're about to spend about 100 grand on it. What are you thinking it'd be worth?
About 1.4.
What will you do then? Will you refinance?
Refinance.
If you refinance, if you get 70%, that means you're going to pull out about 982. That means you'll pull out all your money and more, and then you'll have an asset that's producing 187 grand a year. Smart guys these are. Kaylen Property Group are blowing up right now in Wolverhampton before our very own eyes. I'm well proud of you guys. What would you say have been the key lessons then from the entire experience? You've had, some real problems, you've had ups, downs, stresses.
The 2 things that come to mind are knowledge and confidence. And I've always said that from when we first met. The confidence to buy a place for 650 grand when you haven't got the money.
Confidence comes from knowledge and from network. When you've got the right network and you've got the knowledge, you know what you're doing, it kind of makes you confident. But no, this is a super exciting project, so well done. So there we have it, Wolverhampton, absolutely amazing deal. And I've even got the Kaylen, I appreciate that. Thank you. Kaylen Property Group.
It's a little thank you from us.
Oh, that's so kind. You really didn't have to, but I massively appreciate it. Are you buying more properties in the street? What about this big old building here?
The one across the street was around about 550k. That's 12 bedrooms that aren't en suite. And we've bought a 26 bedroom that is all en suite for 650. So
everything's gonna look terrible after this deal. That's the thing, the things you can't change, size and location. Huge, huge building and great location. So if you wanna get in on the action, if you wanna get networked, if you wanna build your knowledge, come on down to the crash course. How good is the crash course?
Amazing, best environment ever.
Come down, £1 for a ticket. I'd love to meet you there personally. I'll leave a link in the description. Guys, peace out, God bless. We'll see you next time.